Tell them to calm down.
According to his,
Did you tell them to calm down? You're wasting time on me. Go.
Yeah, I want to.
Sorry, my brother. Sorry.
All right. Hey, the elders among us diffuse the situation. All right,
That's the youths, man.
It's no real.
Control your youths, man. Go on, then go and do that. Anyway, cool. That's enough energy for you.
Listen, what I'm saying.
That's enough energy for
I'm
you.
saying we, the elders.
This is what I'm saying.
Jedi, hold on. I'm saying once the elders. Doesn't matter what it is, just let it go.
Bro.
Yeah? That's it. We don't want no.
All right, let's keep it moving then. Let's keep it moving. My apologies for diverting everyone. Sorry, man.
Sorry. Uncle.
Yes.
So when we say the real Jew was an Afro-Asiatic person, the real language is an Afro-Asiatic group of languages, which means that the real Hebrew is an Afro-Asiatic prototype language. You can't get past that. But just to boot, let's show you what they look like.
I know what they look like.
What they look like?
Not you.
No, definitely not me.
What do they look like?
They were black. As people
Put down camera again. The real Jews were what?
black.
Oh, I didn't hear that. The real Jews were what?
Come down with me, man. Come down.
Wait. All people were black.
So the real Jews were black.
All people were black.
Then we rest our case.
We do.
How do you rest your case? I said all people were black.
No.
People in Scandinavia
He's
one time were black.
Let's go into the books. Let's go into the books.
Let's go to the books.
To show you that, to show you it's not only all people.
Did not people originate in Africa?
We know that.
I don't believe that, but
that's the black man saying he don't believe.
I don't believe
and
that.
that's how
From
we know.
Africa yet?
Yeah.
A black man from Africa.
I don't know if he's from Africa. He may be from Asia.
I am from
Black
Africa.
people ain't only from it.
However, I think that.
So, is that only logical that everyone was black at one time?
No.
There's something called
Darwinism, man.
Yeah.
That's Darwinism.
Yeah,
There is Darwinism.
We're not sure where you lot came from.
Whoa, that's hard. That's harsh.
But it's real.
It's a fact. It's a real
Sure
thing.
where you came from.
You're sure, isn't it? Yeah? There you go.
But I still never the Sherman.
Okay.
The only thing I can be sure of is my mother, because I don't know who she was fooling around.
That's true. That's fair enough.
We don't do that anyway. But look, Uncle, what we're saying is this. Look, there's a rabbi in Golders Green, NW 7 or 11, yeah? NW11. You must be a taxi driver, isn't it?
Uber.
You know your area.
I know how I'm getting home tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Don't leave before we leave. Because you're going to take us over.
Just it.
Now, there was a rabbi in NW11 London who was voicing out against the oppression of the people of Palestine under the Israelis, Zionists.
That's what's great about our religion.
Say again?
We can dissent. There's people with different opinions.
No, but don't forget what we're talking about here. We're talking about Michael Tyson hitting a 2-year-old on the head.
No, we're not.
That's what we're talking about.
I can relate it to that, but
The United States of America gives about $12 billion in aid to Israel
That's not true.
every single year for weapons.
Not true.
Not true. But what do they get? And how are they going to fight back? How are they supposed to fight back? But what we're saying is this. We're not advocating violence. What we're trying to say is the whole game is a Hollywood setup.
yeah,
Yeah, we know it is.
we know it is. Of course it is.
We know it is.
It's a movie.
The leaders of the Palestinian people,
Yeah,
they're set up by the same people.
they're part of the movie.
They're part of the movie.
Yeah,
Because all the intention, are you telling me, Uncle, that you're happy? Uncle, listen, you telling me you're happy to see your own white Jewish people dying year in, year out by that movie? You're happy to see that? When Bill Clinton came in, Camp David, they couldn't make the peace.
Why is that?
Ariel Sharon came in.
Hold on. Why couldn't they make the peace?
Because there is no peace to make.
That's not true. They offered,
You know what it takes to make peace?
Yeah.
Do you know what it takes to make peace?
That's why Israel
Look how Brother Jedi stepped into that fight. You see the peace? It's the peace is there right now.
Israel at war with
Did
Jordan?
you see anybody hit anybody?
Hold on. Is Israel-
Now, I supported his move and I said, No violence, no aggression.
Yeah.
The uncle who was on the other side, he came to me, he shook my hand,
yeah.
he said, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Are we at war anymore?
No.
That's peace. Now you're telling me we can do that here. But the United Nations can't. America can't. Israel can't. China, Japan, who knows about peace? Switzerland, who saves all their money when they declare peace. All of them can't. And you don't say what's going on.
Well, does Israel have peace with Egypt and Jordan?
And you telling me
simple question
that,
again.
But what's the nature of their war?
And you telling
what's the nature of their war between Israel and Egypt? Exactly. So then what are you talking about peace?
Well, there was 4 wars between 48 and 73.
All stage wars.
All stage.
They're all stage wars. Tell me who supplied the weapons to Egypt.
Which one?
All the weapons Egypt used, the aeroplanes they used to bomb the bases they bombed in Israel. Who supplied them? They are
your cousin's company, right? Remember your cousin's company? No, I'm not taking the piss. His cousin's company is Goldman Sachs. He said it earlier.
Brother, tell us who supplied the weapons.
It became, what was it before Goldman Sachs? Another Jewish name, right? Fibro. But okay, so his cousin runs Goldman Sachs.
No, he doesn't run it. He wasn't allowed to run it.
His cousin's Goldman.
No. I wish. Those people run
playing. It's comedy.
And we're not trying to pun here.
No.
Uncle running with the sack full of gold.
For sure.
The uncle running with the sack full of gold.
There was a lot of
Goldman Sachs.
Goldman.
They've run away with all our gold.
certain countries that produce weapons.
Certain countries.
And the only country.
Read on for us. Read up for us.
Okay, let's say planes.
Let's not say, let's read it. The countries that supply the weapons every single day. World War I, the same countries. World War II, the same countries. World War III, the same countries. And the same countries benefit from the destruction and the reconstruction after the so-called war.
Yeah. You don't agree with that?
System. It's a Hollywood movie. You know why Hollywood is set up only in America? Why they don't even divide?
That's right.
Why they don't
There's more filming done in India than there is in America.
We're not talking about film. We're talking about Hollywood.
So there's still more movies made in India.
I didn't say about movies.
Okay.
I said, do you not know why Hollywood is set up only in one country? Or tell us that.
I mean, Hollywood's located, but the movies made all over.
Not like Hollywood.
Uncle, McDonald's is set up in London, set up in Jakarta, set up in South Africa and Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. McDonald's can do that. Tell me why Hollywood is only in that, what's that place called again?
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Look at my ignorance. Look at my ignorance. You know what? I used to drive a mini cab. Listen to this joke, Uncle. Uncle. No, you gotta hear my joke. You gotta hear my joke.
You're wrong.
You gotta hear my joke, Uncle.
Hear your joke.
You gotta hear my joke, Uncle. I used to drive a mini cab, yeah? And when there's no work, we'll be falling asleep like that, yeah? Then suddenly they call your number. 6565, get up. It's a job, pick up from here. Saying you got up. They say, what address? Then the man said, number 1, Charlton Street. So I got in my car and started looking for number 1, Charlton Street. 10 minutes. I'm like, damn, I can't find it. I found number 3, found number 5, number 7. And I'm like, 6565, are you sure it's a house, a building? He started laughing. He said he was just teasing me. He said, number 1 is the office.
I live in a city.
Number 1 is the office. He's just seeing if my brain is alive. Then it starts to make you think. When they start setting you up against each other, can you see it?
I live in a city called North Miami Beach, Florida, right? North Miami Beach. Next city over, it's called Hallandale.
Right.
Next city over is called Hollywood.
Right.
Hollywood, Florida.
Hollywood, Florida.
We have a Hollywood, Florida.
Are they doing?
More than one Hollywood. There really is. That one you can look up.
Are they producing the script there?
Right, man, I can't survive without you, though, my brother.
Are they producing the script?
Let them be late.
Look, Uncle, the greatest subscription you could do is to Netflix movies. It's about £5.69 a month.
Shit, that's all it costs here?
That's all it costs here.
I pay more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I can send you data. You pay me a couple more times.
No,
I'll send you data. Well, look, yeah.
Netflix code.
Then look what it is. Look what it is, Uncle.
I pay $12.99.
What you would get from watching Netflix movies, you get truth from there. How they're destroying all the nations. It's all in the movies. They're chatting about it. How they before they want to go, they tell you in a movie, in a series, in a what do you call them? Blockbuster. They tell you before they go in.
It's called predictive programming.
Predictive programming.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Car.
Now, the Israel that is there today, I feel sorry for our people, you.
Why?
Because you're part of a disastrous game.
No.
But you're believing that you're in the country. It's like, look, you've been to Hollywood? I haven't.
I have.
How big is it?
I'm actually going to be there next month again.
I know, but how big is it? Help
It's
us.
actually part of Los Angeles.
Hollywood is huge.
No,
Now,
it's not.
oh, it's not?
It's a small part of Los Angeles.
What's square miles?
It's part of its town. It's
I understand.
it's not its own city. It's part of Los
Cool,
Angeles.
but what's the square
Square
mile? How big
miles.
is it?
I don't know. Not
Somebody
very
don't know, but just tell it's small.
They can
But
tell you-
anyway, don't worry about that. I don't know the square
It's a
miles.
part of Los Angeles.
I understand. Somebody can dig it for me. When you go to Boreham Wood Elstree Studios,
Yeah.
up there, look, when Boreham Wood was empty, they converted large tracts of land to use for that same purpose. You could be on a set and not know you're in a set.
Yeah.
Jaden?
Yeah, my brother.
Is that a lie?
No.
You could be in a set and not know you're in a set.
Right.
Now we watched the movie with is it Tom Hanks?
No.
Called
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
What's that movie called again?
The Truman Show.
Truman Show.
Hey.
That's exactly what's
Hey.
happening to you lot in Israel and Palestine. It's the Truman Show.
I disagree.
Now, take 2, part 2. The Truman Show in the state of Israel
Oh, shit.
and Palestine.
Oh, shit.
That's what you're going through there.
No.
That's where the story ends.
I
Neither of you, actors and actresses who are now victims of murder and Holocaust, right in there, modern day Holocaust going on right in there.
No, it's not.
Both on the Jew
That's
and the
not true.
Palestinian.
It's not
It's
true.
going on.
No,
it's
it's
going
not.
on. You telling me
I'm telling you no.
there's no Holocaust right now?
No.
On the Jew and the Palestinian?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
What is the
That can
Holocaust?
only be content, but
Is the Palestinian population rising or shrinking?
Say that again.
Palestinian population.
Is it
it
rising or
growing
shrinking?
shrinking?
That's something I haven't looked into. That's a good question. It give me work to do.
If it's rising, then there's no Holocaust.
Are you saying it is or it
I
isn't?
know it is.
You know it's rising. What about the Jewish
can I
one?
ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question, my brother? Hello.
Not as fast.
My brother, can I? Uncle, Uncle, what I was going to ask you, during the Holocaust of the Jews in Nazi Germany, yeah, was that all the Jews on the planet?
The ones that they were able to find.
So were they Jews elsewhere on the planet that were not persecuted by? Because I understand that the Nazi regime was not worldwide, was it? It didn't reach every
Wasn't
corner.
even all of Germany.
All right, so
Only 10% of Germans
so
were
by that
members of
logic,
the
by that
Nazi
logic, by that logic, the Jews that were persecuted in Germany, in the concentration camps, yeah, they were isolated. The ones that were somewhere else, did they stop reproducing?
But the population went down.
Did they stop reproducing? No, they didn't. So reproduction carried on, right?
Talking about West Bank and Gaza, populations are increasing.
Okay, so reproduction carried on
Yeah.
during the Holocaust.
But if they're
So
killing,
it's the same thing, basically.
but not in Poland.
Sorry?
Not in
All right,
Poland.
maybe not in Poland. That's right.
Well, that's what we're
cool.
talking about,
Maybe,
one
maybe
place.
not in
You're
Poland,
talking
but
about worldwide.
it wasn't only in Poland, was it?
There were 3 million Polish Jews.
Okay, there were 3
white
million
Jews.
Polish Jews.
In
But where were the
Eastern-
rest of the
okay,
Where
in
were the
East-
rest of the Jews,
in
bro?
Eastern Europe, the population dropped.
Where were the rest of the Jews in the rest of the world?
We've just actually reached.
Bruh, there was
Last
still
year we reached pre-World War II numbers.
you're dancing. You're dancing.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
answering
dancing.
your question.
You're dancing. You're dancing.
I
You're
answered
dancing.
your question.
You're dancing.
Outside of Europe during World War II.
Very few.
Come on,
So
man.
all Europeans then.
So Ivan, yeah.
We're not that many people.
So they are all European, you're saying?
So they're all European. Most of them come from Poland. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
There was only 3 million of them. So where were the rest of them?
Killed in Poland.
Okay, and where were the rest? While the 3 million were killed in Poland.
They were in France.
Yeah.
They were in Italy.
Okay.
They were in all countries.
And were they castrated? Were they castrated in these countries? No. So they were still populating, right? And
But
reproducing.
the numbers shrunk.
The numbers shrunk in one area.
We're talking about
In one area. But Jews everywhere
I said the
continue.
population of West Bank and Gaza, if there's a Holocaust on, would be shrinking.
Okay.
The numbers are going up.
Okay.
So there's not a Holocaust. It's not that hard to
Okay.
understand.
Okay. No problem.
World War II now. How many numbers were killed during World War II and where were they? Compared to during World War II, there were so many Jews killed in Poland. But around the rest of the world, how many Jews were there?
15 million total in the world, which is all there is right now. Same amount right now.
Only 15 million. Have you lot got a problem with reproduction? What's going on?
We're not that many people. We're only 15 million
Okay.
in the world.
Brother.
Is that included the lost tribes that you're talking about?
And
Wait,
The 10 lost
50
tribes.
million now?
Yeah.
and
You mean
That's not including the lost tribes, bro. That's definitely not including the lost tribes. That's just the European one.
So not the Ethiopians.
They're lost. We don't know where they are.
The Ethiopians. What about the Ethiopians?
go into that.
They're part of the ones that
No, when
declare themselves to be Jewish are part of the
Uncle,
first
do me
group.
one favor. Do me one favor. When you were doing your census, pre-Second World War,
Yes.
did you count the Ethiopians into the numbers?
If they declare themselves to be Jews. I
they
didn't do
did.
that.
Why did they have to declare
And who
themselves
would they
to be
declare
who they
to?
are?
If
Who
you're
would they
doing a
declare
census,
to?
you have to identify who you are.
Who will you identify to? Who do you do the identifying to?
Whoever's doing the census.
Who is the referee? The white man.
I do not know.
It's always
Don't
the white
know who
man.
does the
It's the white.
census.
It's the white Jew. It's the white Jew.
They sound like
We
Hollywood
do the
numbers.
census around the world.
No, Uncle.
Census
Uncle.
around the world.
Really?
Sorry.
We're not
Census
that
around the world.
powerful.
The book here says that Israelites, the Jews, were in Egypt.
Oh, hold on. So the Jews were there first.
Where?
In Egypt.
Israelites.
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 Israelites, not Jewish.
Jews,
Not
Israel.
Jews.
He
We're not
said
talking about
Jews,
Jews. He never mentioned any
Israelites.
Jews.
You're not
He
listening.
never
He
mentioned.
just said
No,
the Jews and
no, he said Israelites.
There's a
Israelites.
distinction between
Israelites.
Israelites and Jews.
No.
Yeah, of course there
So
is.
serious.
You don't know what that's. You know the thing is, most of our Jewish brothers and sisters, the white Jewish brothers and sisters, they don't know what they are actually.
I know what I am.
They don't know what they
Are you an Israelite? Are you an
Okay,
Israelite
when
or
you're
a Jew or
When
a
you're a
Hebrew?
Jew, what does it mean? What does it mean when you're a Jew? What does it mean from antiquity?
Back, do you want me to go? That we're
Jews.
descendants
You
of
tell
the
us.
tribe of Judah.
Say again.
Descendants of the
Tribe of Judah.
And who is their father?
Father.
What you call the lost tribes also. Don't forget, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Who's the father of all of them?
You know, begins with an A, ends in Abraham.
Well, if he's your
not
father,
Abraham.
if he's your father, you're doing a poor job remembering his
Who is it
name.
then?
It's not Joseph. It's
My
Isaac.
days.
Come
Isaac.
dine with me.
Say again?
Isaac.
No.
Isaac goes,
No.
Isaac
No.
goes a few more steps.
That's,
Who was
yeah,
who was at the 12?
Jacob, Israel.
No, wasn't Jacob.
Am I also wrong?
You're wrong also.
Am I also wrong? The lost tribes of what?
Isaac had 12 sons.
The lost tribes of. What's the nation name?
Israel.
Yo, my days. That's it.
Israel.
Wow.
12 tribes.
Yeah. So Judah.
It was the 11 of them are lost. The surviving tribe was Judah, was the surviving son. We're descendants of Judah.
Hold on. Sorry, I missed what you said. Sorry.
12 tribes.
Yeah, and Judah is
11
one.
are, Judah's one, the one
Yeah,
that survived.
that's what I'm saying. So when you're a tribe, you're supposed to have a father, innit? Yeah, so we said who was the father?
Isaac.
Israel is the father. Who is Jacob?
God changed his name.
Yeah, to
Change
Israel.
whose name?
Yes, he
So it's
did.
Jacob,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Now, so Israel, before they were lost, they were in the land of Egypt. Do you understand
No.
what was? Huh?
Some were in the land of Egypt, yes.
Only some.
I don't think all were, but go on.
In Roman antiquities, which we can go to right now,
Yeah.
it tells you that the Jews, and look, we're holding a book right here. We're holding a book right here, right?
Yeah.
And we can read the contributors to it, yeah?
Depends who wrote it.
Say again?
Depends who wrote it.
Sorry, I'm sorry. My English is.
Depends who wrote the book.
Oh well. They're Jewish people. Joseph
I didn't
and
know.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, very Jewish.
That's very, very,
Very Jewish
Yeah.
name.
It's very Jewish. Yeah.
Jewish.
And we got quite a few books with just Jewish.
Very Jewish.
Hey, hold on.
Very Jew-like.
We're showing you. You care to look at the preface?
I can't see it.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. We got so many
He's
books.
mocking
Yeah?
your disability, you know.
I know.
No. He's reversing it.
My old age.
He's reversing it. He's reversing it on me. Even me, I have the same problem slightly now. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to be reading much. I'm just going to be showing him pictures.
I will read for you.
Tell me, what do you want me to
I will
say?
read, man.
No, what we're trying to say to you is this. What we're trying to say to you is this. Yeah. We got all antiquities.
There's a lot of books.
Yeah, because we want to show you so you can see yourself as the true victim of this Hollywood movie.
I'm a victim.
Well, you'll
I
soon
live in
find out.
Miami. I mean,
Oh, I see. You don't relate to the pain of our white Jewish people in Israel right now. You don't relate to their pain, is what you're saying.
no, that's enough Israel.
No, because you're living in Miami.
I live in
Oh,
Miami.
right.
Miami's a pretty
Okay.
Jewish city.
Okay, look. I mean, this is hard for my eyes too.
I mean,
bro.
just to show you.
I read it.
Okay,
Which
fair,
bit?
fair. Yeah. Copyright.
Copyright 1959 by the International Publishing Company Limited. Jerusalem.
Where?
Jerusalem,
Outside the Kaaba.
Ramat,
Nigeria.
Gan, Israel.
Israel. Right?
Okay.
Okay, it's not Nigeria. They're all Israeli. Yeah, we can read their names.
Yeah,
brother.
Mr. Bacon, right?
I beg.
Prof. Benjamin Mazar, editors Michael Avi Yona, PhD, Abraham Malamat, PhD, and
Read on, I beg you.
Samuel Abramsky,
What?
Okay.
Johan
And the point
Aharoni,
is-
Right.
Ruth BK Amiran,
Right.
Professor Simeon F. Bodenheimer,
What's the point?
Jehuda.
Jehuda,
Yeah.
Elitza,
Yeah.
Professor
The point.
Michael Evan,
And they go on and they go on and on and on.
Okay, the
Yeah?
point is...
Okay, so they've come up with the book called,
Views of the Biblical World.
Okay.
all right? Because what they're trying to say is, like we said about the Qumran Dead Sea Scrolls,
Yeah.
they invented that discovery in 1947.
That's what you said.
1 year before they entered the land,
Okay.
That's not true, but go on.
to validate their existence in the land.
Okay.
Yeah, which was supposed to be a global shadow to say, oh yeah, now, oh yeah, yeah. But these people came out in 1959 to tell us, like, look, the real people in the book are not the people you think it is.
Are they Swedish?
They're not Swedish.
German?
They're not German.
Japanese?
They're not Japanese.
Where they from, brother?
They're black, Negro, Afro, Asiatic, Shemites.
The guy's pretty light skinned.
Yeah, but the brother holding the book is pretty light skinned.
I'm pretty light skinned too.
You guys
pretty
are
light
all the
skinned
same shade
too.
then, right?
So
we're all not the same
No,
shade.
we're not all the same.
But you can't be all black.
We're
then.
talking about
Yeah.
we're talking about phenotype.
Hold
We're
on.
talking phenotype
Phenotype, my
here,
brother.
not light skin, not the white
I
paint
said
on the
they're
wall.
not all the same color.
No.
You're right.
Now we got so many places to go for you. You can see the Afro-Asiatic hairstyles.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you read the bottom, it tells you Genesis 41 and 14. So they know it's the beginning of the Israelites in the book.
No,
I'm a liar or they a liar?
they're a liar.
Professor Yehuda Avraham is a liar.
There was no... Abraham is the father of religion. He came after...
Say again?
Abraham is the father of our religion, right?
No, he's not a father of your religion.
He's the one who first came out with the money.
He's not a father. Abraham is not a father of any religion.
He's the one who came out as one God.
No.
He's the first one.
Abraham is the father of peoples, not religion.
He's the one who came out with one God. Before that...
No. Adam already knew that. Adam already knew that.
No, he didn't know that. There was idol worship
Adam
going.
didn't know that.
Adam didn't know there was
Abraham...
one God. Adam.
Adam did not know that.
Not till Eve gave him the apple, because women are waiting for it.
You see, the problem of the Israelis is they don't read scripture.
No.
They don't read the Bible. They're
But
not in the book.
Abraham's father
They are
was an
not in the
idol
book.
maker.
I don't know how that.
Hey, uncle, you know you're not in the book.
Abraham's father
admit it.
was an idol maker.
Do a second admission. You're not in the book.
No, Abraham's father made idols.
That's why you're doing this thing.
Abraham is declared the father because he's the one who came out with one God.
That's why you're doing this thing. Here we are coming into Egypt.
Right? Who believed in many gods?
Listen, let's look
They
at
did,
the,
right?
Let's deal with the phenotype first, yeah?
Okay, but they believed in many
Yeah?
gods.
But
So,
don't worry about the many
so
gods.
that's what we're saying about Abraham.
You know what the scripture says? I have said you are gods.
And now
the
people
scripture
of Egypt
cannot be
believe
broken.
in- Hold on.
So don't
Now,
worry about the many
People
gods.
of Egypt now believe in one God, right?
Bro, uncle, you're effacing the topic.
Changing the
What he's talking about is the people that are from this land.
And what they look like.
are black people.
Okay.
Basically, is what he's saying, and you agree with that already. All right, let's move on.
So when we close the book
But I don't
now,
think they're the same color, let's say,
they're
as
black.
other people of the area.
They're black.
who are lighter skinned
They're black.
than the people from the heart of
No
Africa.
light skin. Different shades.
Lighter skin than what? People than the rest of Africa.
They're lower down in Africa.
We're low down.
What do you mean?
In the middle, Central Africa, the people are darker than they are in Northern
Okay,
Africa.
but you know about migration, right?
No, it's evolution.
Not evolution. On the land. Why? Because is it colder? Is it colder in different parts of Africa? Is that what it is?
There are different colored skin.
But is it because they acclimatize to different temperatures? Is that what you're saying? Is that the theory?
Yeah, that's the
The
theory.
theory on that landmass.
Yeah,
Let's go to the Khazar Empire, man.
Brother Jedi, we might have to agree with him a little bit
Okay, then.
on the
Well, even today.
on the evolution part.
Okay.
Otherwise, how are we going to explain how white people came to be?
I don't know.
I'm not
I
saying
don't
I'm not
fuck with
saying
evolution,
I'm
bro.
not saying evolution on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
on that Darwinian mode.
Yeah. But you mean micro adaptation?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because evolution, he's saying evolution, but he's still got 2 arms and 2 legs
I'm down
and
with
1
some
head like
adaptation.
everybody else. And me and this brother, we're taller than each other.
Yeah.
Me and you are blacker than each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
This brother, is, you know, you can call it evolution, but that's not what we're saying. We're
Well, you're
saying
taller than people were 100 years, 200, 300 years ago.
that's what they lied to you. That's not true.
It is true. They have mummies. They
They
have
kind of
bones.
lied to you,
They
and you
also-
just believe
they also
them
had
lies.
giants.
Okay,
They also had giantism.
everyone's been
They
the
also
same
had
height
giantism.
forever.
Heard of
No.
Goliath?
Come on, brother, man.
Come on.
You believe in the story of David and Goliath?
Supposedly Goliath was 6'8".
9 foot.
6'8".
He's 9 foot.
6'8".
I think that's
Where
what
did you
I
get
heard.
that from?
Somebody told that to me once.
Somebody told that to you.
Are you a practicing Jew?
Are you saying?
Yeah.
Do you read the Torah?
Yeah. These are different. Yeah. Well, sometimes.
At least he's honest though, man. I'm not holding him down.
I eat bacon. I eat cheeseburgers.
You eat bacon.
Yeah, of course. It's good.
Now, these are the real Jews, still captured.
So that's not really kosher though, is it? But
Not the kosher at all.
These are still the real Jews, still captured up into the
Can I
middle.
make an anti-Muslim remark?
no. Can you?
Yeah.
You can say what you want. It's freedom of
There's a
speech.
comedian called Jim Jeffries who said, Muslims, they don't eat bacon and they don't drink beer. No wonder they blow shit up. But go on. Come on, that's really
Because
funny.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I find that funny. It's cool, man.
It's funny.
No problem.
Now, this is a depiction of the real
It's hilarious.
Jews, even up to England. And this is called the Bristol Sultans. You can actually go, I think, in Bristol, Birmingham, and get a download copy in the library and see the picture of what the real Jews look like.
Okay.
They're right there. There's 2 volumes.
Okay.
And all the 200 or 400 pages are filled with black images
Okay.
of Christ, of Peter, of Paul, of John, of all the disciples.
Yeah.
What we cannot find is any Caucasoid representation in the images.
As in your phenotype.
Yeah.
So, and this is so-called modern age, because this ain't far away at all.
You want the explanation?
So when they were, do I want the explanation?
you have it-
go
if
on,
you have it with
go on, go on.
Okay. In the year 70,
The year 70,
the Romans destroyed Jerusalem.
the white Romans, yeah,
Destroyed the Second Temple.
fair enough.
The Jews left the area. Some stayed.
Were the
Some
Jews living in the temple or in the land?
in the land.
Why
the
didn't you
temple
say
was
they
in
destroyed?
Jerusalem.
Why didn't you say they destroyed the land?
Because because I'm using the temple as a focal point.
Well, we need detail. The temple is not a people.
The
The
temple
temple is just a building.
that was located at that time.
Because you see, what you're doing is, when you're speaking, you're not mentioning the word white, the word black. We have to do that. Because we need to find out exactly who's in the land today.
Okay.
And who's in the book. So we're not all the same, because we understand. Go on.
The Jews had the first diaspora.
Which color Jews? The Ethiopian type?
The Jews that were living in the area.
What did they look like, Uncle? What did they look like?
They probably looked as the people who live in the Middle East.
What did those
in that
look
area.
like? They probably. So
I'm
you
not
don't
saying
know.
that they're blonde, blue-eyed. I said they left the area and dispersed around the world. They have changed over time, as everyone else has.
The white Afrikaners have been living in South Africa for how many hundred years now?
400.
Yeah, they haven't changed a bit.
They look
So
exactly
talk
the
to
same.
me. Talk to me a bit more.
Is that going to take a little bit more time for them to evolve?
I know we'll see in 1600 years. We'll come back and talk about
And guess what they're doing down there? They're making sure they don't change.
Yeah.
They actually make them putting a stop to the change. Now in the state of Israel, they went and brought in the Ethiopians, some Nigerians, some blah 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 people into the land, promising them to be Jews.
Hold on 1 second. Hello,
No, they had to declare that they were Jews to be
Yeah,
brought
I'm
in.
cooking, babe. I'm cooking with time.
Why should the to be created Jewish?
I'm cooking with time, man. The oven's on. I don't want to get burnt.
Sorry?
The white
You guys hand under the fire.
to Jewish.
No,
Well, why
I
did
didn't declare myself to be Jewish.
why the black one have to?
Why
did the black one declare?
Because Israel will take any Jew, not any Jew. They will take Jews into the country as citizens. So they have declared to be Jewish to be taken into Israel.
Who is Israel that is taking these people? Who is it that is
The country of Israel.
Is it a land or a people behind the so-called name? I mean, I'm an Israelite, so I'm
Well, there's 1.6 million Muslims who live in Israel.
Are they Israelites? Is all I'm asking.
No, they're
So, if they declare tomorrow that they're Jews, will you let them in? Because don't forget,
they already live there.
don't forget
1.6 Muslims.
Don't forget that being a Jew is a people, being a Muslim is a religion.
Right.
So if you switch your religion, you're still the same person.
No, you have to. I haven't tried to emigrate there, so I don't know them.
So you're not even a real Jew anyway.
Why?
Because you don't know nothing about this stuff.
I do know.
No, you never lived there. You don't identify with their pain. You don't know this. You don't know that.
You eat bacon. You eat bacon and drink beer. You ain't no Jew, man.
And you're getting tired before the thing is over.
I am tired.
Yeah, we've been cooking for a while. I think you're done.
Uncle, but guess what? This is the real phenotype of the real people. And when you bring in the Ethiopian, you're just admitting to the world that you lot is not the people. So like they said at a particular point to a Muslim brother, you ain't know what? You ain't no Muslim, bro.
You ain't no Muslim.
You ain't no Muslim, bro. You understand the extension here?
No.
Anybody else speak English? Yeah? Everywhere you go now, they're whitewashing the real Israelites. Here they are. That's Christ in the middle.
Okay. Sorry, but I don't understand who's denying this.
A little bit, please. Only because my mic is shit.
I agree with it the whole
What's the
time.
bigger issue, bro?
He said, we're not all blacks are the same skin.
Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic.
I'm not panicking. I was going to ask, do you not think people should actually be coming together and actually discussing how we're going to deal about this? You might deny it, but there's going to be a because of this media, the mainstream media, like
We're
CNN,
black and we're
there's going
Shemites.
to be a race war.
So when we're talking about anti-Semitism, it cuts both ways. When white people are racist to us, they're also anti-Semite to us. Because we're the real Shemites.
But unfortunately,
I understand.
Yeah, we're the real Shemites. It doesn't only apply to white Jewish people.
like for example,
The black Jewish people suffer anti-Semitism too.
Not a different form
And
of
it's about
racism.
time we started talking about it.
I think we talk about a different form of racism.
violence.
No, it's not. The one they do on us is called Negrophobia and Afrophobia. We're tired of the word racism because we're not getting anywhere. That's why the white Jewish invented anti-Semitism. So it's only pertaining to them. It don't even pertain to the other Semites in the lands they are at war against, which is the Palestinians.
We're not at war with the Palestinians.
They're Shemites too, right? So how come they make anti-Semite statements when they're also Shemites?
Because it applies to Jews.
Huh?
It applies to Jews.
No! Let's pull it. Oh, let's pull it.
Anti-Semitism.
You don't like academia, do you?
I like there's arguments.
Let's pull it.
But that happens all around the world, right?
Let's pull it. Let's pull
I
it.
understand what
I know there's
about the media.
Huh? No, let's pull it.
They're doing it really badly.
Shemite. Yeah? Shemite,
I don't
definition.
know if I can't say that.
Now they're actually kind of like promoting on this side.
So what's the solution?
Can somebody read for him so he don't think it's
We
me?
need to
Hold
be,
on.
I think we need to be wise about what's going on. Semites.
Semite. Listen.
I know what a Semite is.
Oh, no, you don't know.
I don't.
No, you don't know.
You admit, okay.
It's out of back. Uncle, out of
They're
back.
not even bothered.
That's it, done.
Who speak or spoke a Semitic language,
I know what it is.
including, in particular, the Jews and the Arabs.
Yeah, there you go. So the Arabs, if they tell you today they're not Muslim anymore, can they come into the land? If they tell you we're Jews now.
There are Muslims living in Israel.
I know, I'm saying on the side where they're being shut down every day. The ones who are victims.
1.6 million who live in Israel.
I'm not denying it.
There's a Muslim judge
Uncle, you're
on
not
the
hearing
Israeli
me.
Supreme Court.
Islam is a religion.
There's Muslims who serve in the Israeli
Islam is a
parliament.
religion. Jew is a people.
It's also a religion.
Jew is a people. Are we lying?
Do me a favor.
Go on, bro.
How can I say it nicely?
Don't say it nicely. Say it honestly. Say it honestly. Just say it honestly.
The N-word. What's the definition?
What's the definition of nigger?
Yeah.
What is the definition of nigger? I think it's an abbreviation.
Lazy, shiftless people.
Okay. Okay.
According to
Dictionary.
Okay.
Whose dictionary? The white people's dictionary.
That's been the definition.
But who made that dictionary?
That was the definition before it came to mean something else.
Who made
it
the
was.
dictionary?
It was.
Who wasn't?
Lazy, shiftless people.
Yeah.
Guy doesn't know anything.
So, can you repeat that, please?
Who made that dictionary about the word nigger?
The definition is lazy, shiftless people.
Well, that's not what nigger meant.
That's not what it means now.
No, that's what they twist it to be.
But not all lazy, shiftless.
It's the same in Islam. They've twisted black people to be the enemy of the world. Same in Christianity.
I was going to say.
Same in Islam, same in Judaism. That's why black people moving up into Israel, which we are tolerated to move into Israel, then we are abused all day long in Israel.
Okay. Nigger. Contemptuous term for a black or dark-skinned person.
Yeah.
There we go again.
There was no mention of lazy or shiftless.
It's all right. We know what the dictionaries do. But we know where the word nigger really is.
The word nigger has been used as a strongly negative term of contempt for a black person since at least the 18th century. Today it remains one of the most racially offensive words in the
When did
language.
they say
18th century.
They're liars. Do you not know what the Black Death was? The Black Plague? The Black Plague in the Middle Ages was a moment when they got rid of every black person in Europe and Arabia.
Origin, late 16th century, from earlier negger, after Latin nigger.
There you go.
Black.
That's the real,
Also see negro.
That's the real meaning. Black.
I know.
Black.
Now
Not lazy or shiftless.
Now what's the opposite? What's the opposite?
White,
to
holy, pure.
To the word nigger in the old Latin.
I don't know. White.
It's Albin.
Albin. Okay.
Albin.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Albin.
I learned something today.
Okay? And it was not a derogatory term.
Yeah.
It was a descriptive term.
term. Woo! Come down with me, you know. Chef Ty, bruv. Chef Ty, there's a lot on the plate, bruv.
Trust me.
It's not a derogatory term. Do you know why it's derogatory today? Do you know why it became derogatory, people?
Why is that?
It's because we lost power.
Yeah.
Everything that loses power becomes what? Derogatory.
Yeah, okay.
If your car breaks down, do you respect it so much anymore?
No.
It was doing well before.
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
Ain't it true?
Once it becomes
old, you turn your back on it.